Hey everyone, and welcome. This is our weekly AI news
It's our
rundown.
quick catch up.
Exactly. Think of it as your cheat sheet for the big stuff in AI from the past week, ending April 13th, 2025.
We know things move fast.
Right. So we're here to just cut through that noise, give you the important nuggets fast.
And this week had some interesting ones.
Definitely some head turners.
Yeah.
Got a major model update coming,
Mm-hmm.
an AI app that's just exploded in popularity.
Yeah, saw that one.
And yeah, with some surprising places AI is showing up, like physics
Mm-hmm.
and entertainment.
Always interesting to see those crossovers.
Yeah. And just to be clear, we're summarizing public reports here.
Yeah.
No spin, no endorsing anything.
Just laying out what's being said.
Exactly, just the info. And hey, if something grabs your attention, remember we do a much deeper dive into one specific AI topic that's coming this Wednesday.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. But today, it's the Whirlwind Tour.
Absolutely. It feels like the pace is just
Yeah,
wild picking up, doesn't it?
it really does. Every week, something significant. Or, unexpected.
Totally. Okay, let's kick things off. Big news from OpenAI.
Right.
They announced that April 30th, they're swapping out GPT-4.
Replacing it. Which is, GPT-4 is still kind of the standard for many.
It is. And the replacement is called GPT-4o.
GPT-4o, okay. Any hints on the O? Maybe Omni
Mm.
or optimized?
Could be. They're promising better accuracy, more efficient processing,
Faster?
and handling more complex stuff. It really does feel like they're just constantly pushing.
Yeah, no resting on laurels there. It signals just how fast generative AI is evolving at that top tier.
So what does an upgrade like this mean for, say, someone just trying to keep up?
Well, it really highlights that generative AI is, it's a moving target, right? What was
Exactly.
cutting edge yesterday?
Is old news tomorrow?
Pretty much. So for businesses, for individuals, staying aware of these core model updates is, well, it's going to be crucial.
To understand what's possible, how to use it.
Exactly. It's not like you learn it once and you're done. It's continuous.
Right. Okay, sticking with that theme of adoption, get this. ChatGPT.
Ah, yes.
It became the most downloaded app globally
Yeah.
in March 2025.
Most downloaded overall, surpassing like social media, games, everything.
Yeah, surpassed all the other big players.
Wow. Okay, that's a massive indicator.
What does that tell you? That kind of dominance.
Well, it shows how quickly conversational AI has gone mainstream, doesn't it?
Huh.
It's not just tech enthusiasts anymore.
Right.
To beat the established giants, it means it's providing real perceived value for a huge number of people. It's not just a novelty.
Exactly. Seems like its strength is that conversational ability
Yeah.
device on almost anything.
Yeah, very versatile.
People using it for work, brainstorming, just random questions, planning trips, all sorts of things.
And that widespread use, it says something important about how we're interacting with tech now.
How so?
Well, it suggests, a growing comfort, maybe even reliance on AI for info, for help, even for creative sparks.
Integrating into daily life.
Yeah, and that level of integration, it has potentially huge implications. Work, learning, how we talk to each other, it's something to watch.
Okay, now for something a little different. Bit of a curveball, maybe. NTT.
The Japanese telecom giant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've launched a physics of AI research group.
Physics of AI. Okay, that's intriguing. What's the angle?
Well, they're focusing on AI inference, which is basically
How the AI applies what it learned to new stuff.
right, specifically for 4K video processing.
Ah, okay. So they're looking at the fundamental science, perhaps using physics principles to make AI work better, especially for really demanding visual tasks.
That seems to be it. They want to make AI models that boost realism in high-res video, make it more efficient.
Interesting. So better looking video using less power, perhaps?
Could be. And they're not just thinking about it. They've actually developed a specialized AI chip, too.
An inference chip tailored for video.
Exactly. Designed to speed up those video processing tasks.
That makes sense. Specialized hardware is becoming so important for AI. General chips can only do so much.
Right.
Designing chips for specific jobs like video, you can get huge performance jumps. It's
Yeah.
a neat example of like different fields coming together, physics and AI.
Yeah, definitely one to watch. Okay, switching over to the software side, Google.
What have they been up to?
They just unveiled something called Firebase Studio.
Firebase Studio. Okay, Firebase is their back-end platform for apps, right?
Yeah, and the Studio thing is described as an end-to-end platform. Lets you build custom apps, web, and mobile.
Okay.
directly in your browser.
Ah, so simplifying the whole development setup, that could be big for developers.
That's the pitch. Significantly cut down the time from idea to deployed app.
Right, less time wrestling with infrastructure, more time actually coding the app's features.
Exactly. Let developers focus on the code, not the setup headaches.
And I assume it integrates tightly with all the other Firebase services like databases, authentication.
Yeah, designed to work seamlessly with their whole suite,
Yeah.
handles a lot of that back-end stuff.
Makes sense. It fits that trend of making app development faster, more accessible, lowering the barrier to entry.
Right. Okay, now for a slightly more sobering piece of news.
Oh.
It's about global emissions, specifically from making AI chips.
Ah, the environmental cost. Yeah, that's a growing concern, isn't it?
Apparently so. Reports say emissions grew more than 4 times just in 2024.
4 times. Wow. That's huge. And underscores the hidden cost of this AI boom.
Seems like it's driven by just the sheer demand for these super powerful chips.
And making them is incredibly energy intensive.
Right. So as AI gets baked into everything, this environmental impact is becoming a major issue we need to, well, face.
It really raises that tough question about sustainability, doesn't it? How do we balance progress with, not wrecking the planet?
Exactly.
There's definitely a growing push in the industry for more energy efficient chip designs, greener manufacturing.
A necessary challenge, sounds like.
Absolutely. It's a critical area for innovation itself.
Okay, now for a totally different kind of story. Again, the AIPOD-CAST, popular tech podcast.
I listen sometimes.
They recently did an episode looking at tariffs, specifically how trade policy impacts tech prices, in the U.S. mainly.
Ugh, yeah. The whole tech supply chain and trade policy mess.
What was the main takeaway there?
Well, they dug into that complex link between, international trade deals, tariffs.
Like those on imports from China.
Exactly. And how that directly bumps up the prices consumers pay for gadgets, phones, computers, all that stuff.
So exploring that balancing act between, like, economic policy goals and just wanting affordable tech.
Pretty much. It's a good reminder that even super advanced fields like AI don't exist in a vacuum.
How so?
Well, these big economic forces, trade wars, they affect the cost and availability of the actual hardware needed for AI, the chips, the servers.
Ah, right. It all connects back.
Yeah, understanding those macro factors gives you a fuller picture. Trade policy ripples through everything, influencing costs, prices, even how fast new tech gets adopted.
Interesting. Okay, back to specific AI applications. A company called Spot AI.
Spot AI rings a bell. Security, maybe.
Bingo. They've launched what they're calling the world's first universal AI agent builder for security cameras.
Universal AI Agent Builder. Okay, what does that actually mean? Sounds fancy.
It sounds like a tool that lets users, like regular users, create their own custom AI agents
To do what?
to analyze video footage from security cams and automate security tasks.
Ah, so instead of just using whatever analytics come built in.
You can tailor the AI to look for specific things you care about.
Exactly, like build an agent to spot deliveries or unauthorized people in certain areas. Whatever you need, that could really democratize AI and security.
Yes, simplifying how you build and deploy AI security. Imagine setting up cameras to automatically flag specific events, send alerts.
Could really boost efficiency. And safety, potentially.
Sounds like it positions Spot AI as a key player, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Making security systems smarter, more tailored.
Definitely moves things beyond just passive recording towards more proactive, intelligent systems.
Okay, and speaking of hardware again, Google's back with another chip
Another one. They're busy.
called the Ironwood chip,
Ironwood. Okay, purpose.
accelerating AI applications.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Right, so like their TPUs.
Yeah.
Specialized silicon for AI.
Yeah, optimized specifically for machine learning workloads. Faster processing, better efficiency.
Makes sense. All the big players are doing this. Custom hardware is key to getting the performance they need for their AI models.
So this is about making their AI faster and more efficient, especially for things like natural language.
Understanding text, speech.
Right, and computer vision, analyzing images,
Yeah.
where speed really matters.
Exactly. Underlines their commitment. Investing heavily in custom silicon to push AI capabilities forward. You just can't get that level of performance sometimes with off-the-shelf stuff.
Gotcha. All right, final item for the week. Facebook.
Meta.
Yeah, right. Looks like they're putting effort into tackling some ongoing problems with AI models.
Problems. Like what? Hallucinations. Bias.
Those sorts of things. The announcement kind of referenced Google CEO Sundar Pichai's comments from last year about the industry needing to be careful about getting it wrong.
Okay. So it's part of that broader industry recognition that, hey, this tech is powerful, but it's not perfect,
Seems so. Their focus is apparently on improving reliability, trustworthiness.
which is crucial. Accuracy, fairness, these aren't just nice to haves, are they?
Especially when these models are used in the real world,
Mm,
making decisions, providing information.
exactly. So Meta is trying to iron out issues with bias, make sure the outputs are accurate and dependable.
It highlights that ongoing challenge, doesn't it? Ensuring AI is fair, accurate, trustworthy. It's maybe the critical hurdle for widespread responsible use.
Absolutely. Building that public confidence is paramount. If these tools are going to be integrated even more deeply into our lives, it's good they're focusing on it.
Well, that pretty much wraps up our quick spin through the key AI news for the week, ending April 13th, 2025.
Quite a week, lots happening across the board.
Hopefully that gave everyone a clear, concise overview of the big moves.
Yeah, a good snapshot of the current landscape.
And just that reminder, if you want to go deeper on a specific AI tech topic, our next full deep dive is out this Wednesday.
Yep, we'll unpack one area in much more detail. Looking forward to it.
Me too. And, listening to all this rapid progress,
Yeah.
it really makes you think, doesn't it? With everything moving so fast, what do you listening think will be the single biggest way AI reshapes things in, say, the next few years?
Hmm. That's a good question to ponder.
Definitely some food for thought. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.